हाय प्रवीण।
हाय गौरव।
तो आज हम लोग आए हैं यहाँ पे। थोड़ा सा हम लोग बात करना चाहते हैं, चिट चैट। कोई
हाँ,
सीरियस टॉपिक नहीं है अपना।
ठीक है।
हम लोग ये
चीटिंग कर सकता हूँ।
हाँ, पूरी चीटिंग है, अपना अपना चिट चैट जैसा
ठीक है, मैं
कन्वर्सेशन है, ठीक
चैट
है।
जीपीटी बोल लेता हूँ। आजकल ऐसे ही इंटरव्यू होता
तो
है।
प्रवीण, आप भी एआई ड्रिवन हो क्या?
थोड़ा बहुत एक्चुअली। आजकल इंटरव्यू लेने में मज़ा आता है एआई से।
अच्छा, तो प्रवीण आप इंटरव्यू ले रहे हो, करेक्ट?
हाँ।
और एआई से ले रहे हो
हाँ।
आप? अच्छा, क्वेश्चन जैसे आप किसी इंटरव्यू के लिए जा रहे हो, मेरा पहला क्वेश्चन इसी इंटरव्यू से ही हो गया, क्योंकि आप देख रहा हूँ मैं भी कि आईटी इंडस्ट्री में इंटरव्यू चैट जीपीटी से लिया जा रहा है।
हाँ।
तो आप क्या प्रिपेयर करके जाते हो किसी भी कैंडिडेट का इंटरव्यू लेने के लिए? चैट जीपीटी से क्या ऐसा क्वेश्चन, टफ क्वेश्चन और इजी क्वेश्चन, आपका क्या माइंड सेट होता है कि ये क्वेश्चन मुझे आज पूछना है?
या आजकल तो ऐसा भी है कि नॉन टेक लोग टेक्निकल क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं चैट जीपीटी यूज़ करके, और आपको जज करते हैं भाई आपको कितना आता है।
बट आपको लगता है कि क्या वो करेक्ट जज कर पाते हैं वहाँ पे?
देखो, डिपेंड करता है लाइक जो इंटरव्यू ले रहा है क्या वो ढूंढ रहा है। बेसिकली मैं जब इंटरव्यू लेता हूँ तो मैं ये नहीं देखता कि वो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करता है कि नहीं। इट डजेंट मैटर। टेंडेंसी है कि नहीं, वो सोच रहा है कि नहीं, फ्लो सही है कि नहीं। बेसिकली उसका थॉट प्रोसेस मुझे जज करना है एंड द इंटेंट ऑफ सॉल्विंग द प्रॉब्लम। कभी कभी ऐसा होता है प्रॉब्लम मिल जाती है, लोग सॉल्व कर देते हैं, बट दे आर नॉट कीन इन स्टडिंग मोर लाइक more about the tech stack or new technology. They might get stuck with the old technology, but they know how to code. But sometimes it just becomes problem with the growing IT sector, where every day you are getting new tool, every day you are getting new framework, and you have to update it on a daily basis.
Like you told one thing, like non-technical people are also taking a interview, okay?
Yeah.
So here I am saying like one thing I want to ask in that topic. Like take example, someone non-technical person query the question, okay? They query the answer,
Yeah.
and candidate came. They have a good understanding of that topic,
Yeah.
but they are not able to answer that particular statement what given by ChatGPT, and non-technical person cannot evaluate their thought, how they are thinking.
Yeah.
So that time that gap is also coming. So
Yeah.
how company is going to overcome with that?
I don't know, like some companies might be evaluating with AI also. Like people, no one is behind the screen, and you are only interviewing with AI, and AI is judging based on their like capability. So no doubt AI is very powerful tool, but sometime it can actually hallucinate, and sometime you end up like rejecting a right candidate also. So whenever you are selecting a candidate, it's not about just writing a code. It should be like more than that, which includes their intention, their their willingness to learn more, and how they are taking the ownership of that particular task. That is also important.
Okay.
And their thought process also, they should understand, even if they are like unable to generate the code on their own, but they can use some AI or agentic AI to write the code, and they can review it. They should be like able to understand the like complexity plus concept, everything. So like if you are knowing less, then also you can achieve more task with the AI agent, etc.
That is okay. Like you done a hiring based on AI interview and everything, but that person is hired and joined your organization.
Yeah.
How you going to train them on AI? Like take example, that guy is not coming from the AI background. They are like a pure tech or pure technology driven, and he build all the things by manual way.
Yeah.
So like recent, this is the latest technology AI is. So how you going to enforce them like use AI? How you going to measure the code quality or any process or work? Because that guy is not knowing how the AI going to work, and how that outcome come going to by that AI tools.
Understood, understood. Sometime you may you may find someone as a very good coder,
Yeah.
but to be a very good coder, you have to understand the problem at a first. That's a 50% of the task. Understanding the problem statement, what to achieve with the code. Then 50% or 80% job is done. The only thing is the writing the piece of code only, which you can do with AI but you have to be a very good explainer. Like you should be able to explain what I want to do, what I want to achieve, what should be the output to the AI. Then only it will help you to generate some level of logic with that. So whenever, like if I interview anybody, I should be able to judge that whether he is able to explain the problem statement properly or not. That's the first layer. If you are able to explain the problem statement, 50% job is done, and you are understanding what should be the outcome, what should be the result, and rest of the thing just a syntax. You can write the code with any agentic AI or LLM and refactor it based on your understanding.
I'm having a follow-up question on that.
Hmm.
Like, take example, I'm seeing like we are using AI regular basis, but also we are seeing a news and everything. Every AI company is loss making. They
Yeah.
are not profitable. So, what are you thinking? What is the future of AI?
Basically, this technology is very powerful and it is highly subsidized. So people are using it in just 2000 or 3000 rupee per month, and because of like hardware cost, this is very expensive, and they are subsidizing it to forming habit, just like Geo did. They gave so much free data, people got addicted to it, and now they are like monopolizing it, everything. So you have two company, Airtel or this, and both are charging a huge amount these days. Similarly with these agentic AI tools, etc., these are powerful tools which is actually running on a very expensive hardware, which is costing a lot of money. So that's why they are going in loss. That's one factor. Another factor is like they are subsidizing it also, so that people can use it and get habitual to it, and after few years they will be so much dependent that you cannot disengage the AI uses with your daily work. So that's what I think. It may be like wrong, but this is what I think.
I have one more follow-up question on that. Like, we are knowing AI hardwares are GPU, okay, or their architecture is totally different. How our current architecture is like a CPU and these all things we using, correct? So if I am seeing in the long run also, that is not a hardware cost going to reduce. They are like how many query we are running,
Yeah.
that is going to pile up, correct?
Yeah.
So they are not going to reduce their cost. So in a future, who is cheaper, like resource, human resource, or AI?
Depends on the expertise, no? So like in India, if you say labor cost, it's very cheap. If you go to European country, it's very like expensive, because the main factor is the population. And also, if you see the skilled population in India is also a problem. So it will depend on the skill, basically. Like AI can be expensive, but it will be in limited hands. But maybe like if Nvidia or other company is going to reduce the cost of the hardware for running AI agentic model, etc., then it will become little cheaper, but I can't say anything.
But like how that I what articles I read about how the AI system and what hardware they are using, how the architecture is there. So there is a no scope seeing to reduce the cost, okay?
Yeah.
And always this is going to increasing manner.
Yeah.
And lot of company putting money in the AI systems and these all things. So like a resource, human, we are going to compare with a human and AI machines,
Yeah.
okay? So human always like having a limited knowledge. They can't like extend that much, but AI have all the knowledge. But what all the knowledge needed for a particular organization or a particular person, why we are building in a such a pile up of knowledge in a one place, centralized place, and human is having a different set of mindsets, okay? Like take example, one person is good in doing a front end, one person in the back end, and one system is like giving saying I am not good in anything, I am a mix of all the things.
Yeah.
I am saying AI is a mix of all the things, they are not good in anything.
They know everything.
Yeah.
They are not
That's
expert of
yeah.
anything.
So and human are like particular one domain, they are expert. Like we are having a limited resource, I agree, but few people are expert in that particular zone.
That's what these AI companies are coming with, the agentic model, right? So they are building a layer. So LLM is a brain, then agent is there that he has some expertise to do some task, like only front end related job, or only back end related job, or only specific to processing the video footage or anything. So they are building this AI, agentic AI.
But my understanding about agentic, that is a extra layer. Okay.
Yeah,
LLM main brain is LLM.
yeah,
Correct. So if they are putting one extra layer, कि don't touch that backside of their brain.
only use for
Front, like take
understanding.
example, our brain is divided into four part. Okay.
Yeah,
So what agentic is doing, touch only one side, like a front end side or back end side or that side. So
basically narrow down.
narrow down. They are doing narrow down. So but still that LLM is like a huge brain.
Yeah.
Anytime that can be like messy.
Hmm.
So how we going to solve that problem? Like any idea how
I don't know because I don't like AI and I'm not very big fan of AI. Although I use AI in my daily life to like automate some of the mundane office related tasks. Even like recently, Google has launched the UI builder thing, which is stitch.google.com. You may visit and check it out. So I don't like AI, but I use it.
Okay, last question I am having. What is your thought process like using AI and before when you are not using AI? How you are thinking? What is the difference between now and then?
Basically, I save my time. So sometime I don't want to like write all the lines. I sometime prompt and like I get the piece of code, integrate it with the existing system, and then I validate also, asking AI only. So I use AI to generate the code. I use AI to validate the code, and then I also validate to like sanitize it properly, and then put inside the software.
We talk a lot of positive of AI. Okay, I want one thought which is going to impact like in a negative manner. What is a negative impact of AI?
Basically, there are multiple, but the one thing which I concern about is the environment, because a lot of center are there, and they are putting these centers in the colder region, where these AI data centers are generating massive amount of heat. So basically, you are contributing to global warming. And in India, if you launch something related to photo editing feature, you know what kind of content we get, all rubbish content on social media platform with AI. So people are using this so much powerful tool for generating totally rubbish content also, and some people are using for generating some meaningful software or meaningful piece of code. So that's a problem, right? It should not be in everybody's hand.
And
That's
I,
what
I
I
am
think.
having one more. I want to add one negative point. What I am thinking that is a bigger challenge. Like environment is going to impact. Next, I am thinking like if we are using AI, we are losing our thinking power.
Yeah, that's also a problem.
That is like
The
a big
cognitive ability will
yeah.
be
That is a
impacted.
I am seeing in a bigger problem in a society because ecosystem or environment going on a second priority for me. But human, if they are not able to think what is a good or bad, then that is a bigger challenge coming in a recent society they are going to impact. So that all thought on my mind.
It happens like whenever you introduce one piece of technology in the society, it's a tendency like you will start forgetting few things. For example, like before the invention of this mobile phone, uh, we had
Calculations,
we had
calculators
like
and everything.
dialer phone,
Right.
and we used to remember a lot of phone number also. Now even now you have phone and you are saving all the numbers and
Don't
more
remember.
more data into it, and you don't even remember your phone number also nowadays. So that's a problem. So basically you're not using your mind so frequently, and you're not putting some information in your mind, and you are relying on a device. So this will be always there. Whenever a new piece of technology will come, the human brain, the like especially in remembering things, will be reduced.
Yeah. Thank you, Praveen. Thank you. Nice
Bye
talking to
bye,
you.
Gaurav.